just got out of bed, literally.
Is that how you stretch in the morning? Is that how you stretch? Like,
Yeah. How do you stretch, guys? You send us videos, send us pictures. We'd like to know. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. How do you wake up in the morning? Do you just roll out of bed? Or do you first stretch?
No,
or do you wake up like a princess? You just
no, so I always sit up.
wake into the day.
I
looking
sit
all
up like
pretty.
almost immediately. Like you just hear the alarm. Like, I'm up and I stand and I do my thing.
Are you a zombie? You just all right, welcome guys. It's another beautiful Wednesday morning, and we are so glad that you could join us for another lovely episode of Wake Up Nigeria. As always, we're here to ease you into your day with all the good vibes, positive energy that you need.
Yes, we're here to ease you. Good morning, everyone. There's always something special about Wednesdays. I don't know, it's the perfect middle ground of the week where you can just reflect of the day and how the week has gone so far, and then prepare for the future and make it a better, better Thursday, Friday, Saturday for yourself. Yeah.
And we're always here to help you find that balance. So it's been a cold few hours.
Yes.
That's why I'm putting on a sweater. Like, it's been so cold. So I was chatting with a friend who is in the US, and I was talking to him and telling him, oh, the weather is pretty cold. Like, it was really cold last night. And he said to me, how many degrees? Yeah, we are not experiencing cold at all, but how has it been? Waking up to a cold morning is not usually pleasant, but the hustle has to continue. Thankfully, it's a public holiday tomorrow, so we get to
relax, rest, chill.
Wouldn't it be perfect if it rains on a public holiday?
And then you're under the duvet.
Yeah.
And then you just take a sip of the tea.
And then you can have like breakfast in bed.
Lovely, 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 lovely.
Of course, we have our chef standing by in the kitchen, ready to transform it into a flavor fiesta. Here's the of course we all know that whenever we have new chefs, they get very generous with their recipes. Well, so we are hoping, fingers crossed, on this one. If you're just joining us, guys, my name is Emil Koche.
And my name is Edgar Erica. Now, when we're done with the chef, we're also going to be celebrating those that are, celebrating their birthdays in the month, this beautiful, beautiful month. All right, I think it's wrapping up already.
It's the end of the month. Yeah, it's the last day in the month of April.
Oh, I enjoyed April. I really enjoyed April.
I think it was a pleasant month.
It was good. Month. It was a good month. A very beautiful month.
And for a musical performance, we are joined by Arite. She's a songwriter, choreographer, poet, and actor.
Ooh, poet, actor. All right, and then we'll be checking some notable moments at the Headies 2025 with Zainab on Entertainment News. I cannot wait for that one because we have gists, we have stories, we have things to talk about. Headies, we're bringing our head there. That is where our head is. I don't know, did you guys hear that? Headies, that's where our head is. All right now, no other.
A dry joke. And on wellness, we have Bukola Essien wrapping up the month on the discussion of the importance of emergency services at events. Oh yeah, that's very important.
Yes,
we kind of always underestimate the importance of having emergency services at events, no matter how small.
Yeah, starting from wardrobe malfunctions to breaking things and all. It's always very important to have these people around so that they can always help. Yes, we cannot wait to have her and continue that conversation. It's been on for a while.
Yeah, especially because imagine not every one of us is equipped to know how to, use CPR.
Well, true. Yeah. That's a very important point.
So imagine if we had emergency services at some of these events and they just, they respond quickly
immediately. That would be nice.
Incidents, it helps also curtail any further danger.
Yeah.
But anyways, we are always here to please as always. And let's check out the weather. Is it still going to rain today? We'll find out. the final day in the month of April, and we bring to you the news updates. My name is Emel Kwache. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has restated the Nigerian Police Force dedication to interagency and international cooperation in combating transnational crime. He spoke while receiving the Minister of Home Office, United Kingdom, Lord David Hanson, on a courtesy visit at the force headquarters, Louis Edet House in Abuja. During this meeting, Lord Hanson emphasized the significant threats posed by transnational crime, particularly fraud, acknowledging it as a major area of concern for both the UK and Nigeria. He also stated that the UK government is committed to supporting the Nigerian police force in its efforts to combat crime, especially cybercrime, and looks forward to signing a memorandum of understanding. The IGP emphasized the importance of the visit, which underscores the strong partnership between the Nigerian and the UK government and the shared commitment to curb transnational crime.
The collaboration between the Nigerian Police Force and the National Crime Agency continues to serve as a model in international law enforcement cooperation. And we are proud of what we have been able to achieve together. We have successfully conducted joint operations into many cases of cyber crimes and online fraud. And with your cooperation, we have continued to bust other criminal networks around the world.
Look again at how we can build cooperation between yourselves and the federal police and our police forces and National Crime Agency to take action against these international criminals who are exploiting vulnerable people in a whole range of areas. And the National Crime Agency and the Home Office Fraud Department and the High Commission to make sure we make a big impact on this transnational crime. Please keep up the good work, and we will help you and support you and work with you to make that difference.
Outside Nigeria, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says his country deserves respect from the U.S. and will only enter trade and security talks with President Donald Trump on their terms. He said he would only visit Washington when there was a serious discussion that respected Canada's sovereignty. Since Trump's re-election to the White House, the U.S. president has repeatedly mentioned making Canada the 51st state of America, which has infuriated Canadians. Mr. Carney, who secured a historic victory for his Liberal Party in a snap election on Monday, said such a scenario was never, ever going to happen. The Prime Minister said there was a win-win possibility for his country if it could secure a deal with the U.S. and also build on trading relationships with the European Union and the UK. The U.S. is a big market for Canadian businesses, with roughly 75% of Canada's exports heading south. Canada accounts for a much smaller 70% of U.S. exports.
Once again at one of those hinge moments of history. Our old relationship with the United States, a relationship based on steadily increasing integration, is over. The system of open global trade, anchored by the United States, a system that Canada has relied on since the Second World War, a system that, while not perfect, has helped deliver prosperity for a country for decades, is over. These are tragedies, but it's also our new reality. We are over the shock of the American betrayal, but we should never forget the lessons.
Now let's move on to some sports. Arsenal have been beaten by Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg of their Champions League semi-final. Ousmane Dembele got the game's only goal in the 4th minute finishing well past Gunners keeper David Raya. Arsenal thought they had equalized immediately after half-time when Mikel Merino headed in from Declan Rice's wide free kick. But the Spaniard was offside and the goal was disallowed after a lengthy VAR review. There were further chances at both ends, with Gianguili Donnarumma making a vital save from Leandro Trossard before Goncalo Ramos rattled the crossbar at the other end before the final whistle. The two teams will meet again next Wednesday for the second leg at the Parc des Princes in France. Real Madrid defender Antonio Rudiger faces a long spell on the sidelines after having knee surgery. FIFA will fund research into whether hormonal fluctuations during menstrual cycles could be contributing to the rise in anterior cruciate ligament injuries in women's football. The year-long study at Kingston University in London will begin next month. Research suggests female footballers are 2 to 6 times more likely to suffer the injuries than their male counterparts. Players from London clubs, including Fulham and Chelsea, as well as some in the grassroots games, will take part in the research by regularly having their blood and physical performance tested. And that's all we can take on the news for now. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Abnifebi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
All right, it is time for birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthdays in the month of April. You know, it's been an amazing month so far. Some people got PlayStations, some got, phones, some got singlet and boxers, some got perfume, some got messages. Whatever you got this month, happy birthday to you. And we're going to shout outs to some people now. This is my song for the time. Happy birthday, happy birthday, what a happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh God, that's a happy birthday money song over there. All right, now the first one is Chef Tina Akpan. April 28 is your birthday, and this one is coming from Wake Up Nigeria team. Hey!
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
May 21st is your birthday, and this one is coming from Ifedolapo. Happy birthday to you. Look at that purple gown. Look at the pose. Look at the style. $1 million pose right there.
I wish you long life and prosperity. Yeah. This day is your day.
All right, now this is for Olabi. Happy Olabisi, happy birthday to you. And this one is coming from Olajide Omolara. 28th of April is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, now this is for Ibrahim Suliat Olanike. April 28th is your birthday, and this one is coming from Omishore. Happy birthday to you. Oh, look at that makeup. Beautiful looking young lady. All right, now this one is from your children. Your children are wishing you happy birthday. Mrs. Dayo Adeomi, May 1st is your birthday. Oh, mommy, you're too fine now. Mommy, happy birthday to you.
Wish you very well. This year you will.
All right, now Mrs. Oluwafeyi Kemi Adewumi, May 5th is your birthday. And guess what? This one is coming from your husband. Oh, that man loves you too much. This is too much of love. Your husband is wishing you happy birthday. Oh, you're sorry, Adewumi. Wow, that's a very beautiful young lady over there. I can't wait for that time where my partner will be wishing me happy birthday as well. Now, this one is for Olajide Christiana. April 27th is your birthday, and this one is coming from Olajide Omolara. Hey, happy birthday.
This day is your day. I wish you all the best. This day is your day, and I wish you very well.
All right, now this one is from the royal family, royal kingdom. Now this is for Princess Tamilore Badebo. April 30th is your birthday, and this one is coming from Josh and Joy. I pray that joy will continue to follow you joshly in Jesus' name. All right. Wow, happy birthday to everyone again. I hope that good things follow you this month. I hope that good things follow you in May. May your life continue to prosper, and may you continue to do great things. In Jesus' name, amen. Receive. All right, do not go anywhere. The show continues. This is the Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be right back.
To add that extra brightness to your day this morning, we have a musical performance by Arite. She is a songwriter and singer, choreographer, poet, and an actor. Esther. Hey, Arite, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Already giving the actor vibes. I see the hair. Giving Lil Kim.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing? So talk to us. You've been on this musical journey for a while now. How has it been for you?
It's been a roller coaster.
Use your microphone.
Oh, it's been a roller coaster. It's been good. We've had good days. We've had not so good days.
Right.
But in general, it's been worth the while.
We've seen a lot of music artists, female music artists. I wouldn't say they have given up. They have just, gotten off, their journey, maybe temporarily, maybe permanently. We don't know yet, but we know that compared, to 2-3 years ago, we have less of female music artists right now. How do you feel about that? I don't think it in any way inspires you.
No.
I would like to know your thoughts about it. What does it make you feel like? Does it encourage you to continue? Does it make it, it's better they are lesser, so less competition?
Oh, no. For me, the sky is big enough.
Right.
So everybody can shine.
Right.
I feel not so good about it because I'm all for women power, girl power.
Ah,
You
nice.
understand? So I don't feel too good that females are dropping in their numbers by the day.
Right.
And that inspires me to want to do better so I can stay as relevant as I can stay for the longest time.
Especially for the younger upcomers, who are coming behind
Exactly.
you. Talk to us about Glory, the song you're about to perform to. What inspired the song?
Well,
The minute I mentioned it, you lit up. So tell us. I feel like there's a story behind the song.
yeah, there is. I mean, the story is in the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Once you hear the lyrics, it's self-explanatory.
Okay. Is that a love song?
It's not. It's an inspirational song. It's
Okay.
a not giving up song. It's
nice.
if you don't give up, definitely you would get it. I mean, consistency, hard work pays off. So.
I love it. I love your resilience. It's admirable, I'll say.
Thank you.
I'll say. And then you have another one, Steady Steady, coming up next.
Yeah.
What's that about? Because I feel like your songs are more inspirational. It talks about your journey as a female artist in Nigeria, because we know that's not an easy journey at all. How are you able to deal with some of those challenges?
Well, like you said, resilience. It's not just giving up. Every day you wake up, even when you're tired, you don't give up, you rest, but then you continue. Say, I'm tired, but I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to rest, and then I'll continue.
She's giving me the Who Runs the World vibe, girls, right? All right, you know what? I can't wait to hear your performance.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Thank you. Greatest glory, it's not an ever fading, but in rising. Oh, every time we fall, yeah, all dreams come true. If we have the courage, and if we have the courage, every single dream come true. Everything you need, it's on the other side of your path. Everything you want, it's on the other side of your path. Maryland, darling. Maryland, darling. Oh, success is not final. Oh, failure is not fatal.
It's the seal to continue. I believe that in the corner in the surrender. In the surrender. In the corner in the surrender. In the surrender. Hey. Thank you.
It's a mean of getaway, heart of hustle and bustling in Lagos, at Lagos, with Lagos, about Lagos, and it's the vice that gives me joy. Entertainment is creativity. Entertainment is way of life. Entertainment is how you can describe it. You know, that thing. You know, that thing that gives you that thing that's specific. That's an entertainment to me.
Maya Angelou was a civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one better.
At this point, I contest my jam.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym, though. You're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah, pole dancer
pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy
has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person? Are you still
There are so many. There's so many things making the rounds on social media this morning. To be honest, it's hard to pick. But first, let's welcome Mary. She's finally joined us.
Welcome, Mary. Hey,
it's so good to be here.
I'm loving the red lipstick, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Right, and of course we have the prodigal chef also joining us as well, and he's going to lean in on the conversation. That's if we decide on what exactly we're talking about. But this particular one, this particular one is hot.
All right,
it's a spicy gist.
Tell us.
Yeah. So. Where do I start? So there is a video. There was a video sometime over the weekend of Angela Okore on set, which of course she recently, got her bum done.
That makes sense.
She recently, had her bum done. So there was a video of her running, on set with, her Deirdre, all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, she was tied.
Yeah, so I think it was some
fitness.
It was a stunt video. Yeah, so she was showing her acting skills. It looked nice. Well, so yesterday, Dr. B, she's a very prominent esthetician in Lagos.
All right.
So she posted a comment. The viral video of Angela Okore is a wake-up call for Nigerian actresses. Less is more when it comes to cosmetic enhancements. And can we please reconsider the BBL trend? It's fine for influencers, but when it comes to acting, do we really want to see your curves more than your crafts?
Ooh.
Are you here for the sex appeal or for your acting skills? Nigerian actresses, it's time to think before you enhance. What do you think?
Wait, No,
I want her to finish, but I'm going to ask that question, actually.
Tiana of Tiana's Place Empire
has
now responded this morning that I rarely put my mouth in social media drama, but you say less is more, but you are literally carrying another person's face on your face all over Nigeria.
Wow.
Advising people to patronize you.
Ouch.
How are you better than her? It's high time people mind their business and let people do what makes them happy without body shaming them. If she loves her body, how is it anyone's business? It's always pot calling kettle black.
Ouch.
Someone who's literally out there destroying people's nose up and down.
Wow. Okay, so
she asked for it. Is that the end of it?
It's not the end.
All right, go ahead, continue. Sorry,
it's
a lot now.
Because it took a lot of our own.
Yeah, so
it's a long one.
It's very long.
But the audacity social media gives people safe is too much. You can't even talk without using your nose, my dear. Why can't you face your business without condemning others? See, it's too long. I'm going to off my mic.
Even that place. Even that place, you ready to.
First of all, when someone comes out on social media and starts by saying, usually I don't put my mouth on social media business, just that the person is about to finish you with insults. First of all. Now, so I think I should actually even say it now. So usually I don't put my mouth in women's business. But I think it's very important to say here that two adults, and it's not the first time, because I know that these ladies have had like their back and forth like way back. You know, it's not a new story.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've
Dr. B and Angela Okore.
They've had issues in the past before, you know. But
are you speculating or you're sure?
Okay, now that you're saying that, let me just say speculating, you know, allegedly. But the issue here is, why will you come on social media and you understand, because there's no way you will not tell me that she doesn't understand what this lady is trying to do. You can see that this lady is trying to just, you know, make it feel like it's a fitness video, and, you know, she's just trying to push through whatever struggle she's going through. On set. And your only attack is, let me look at her body. At the end of the day, you know what? Now woman, they do woman. Now woman, they do woman. You will never hear a guy or a man say that to another woman. Now woman, they do woman.
Edgar, even if she was selling her looks, is it your business?
Exactly.
I mean, the idea for you know, the thing is, I've always said it, that when people go on social media, what are you selling? She's selling her craft.
Exactly.
Using the gorgeousness of her looks. Is that a problem? Don't people do it? I don't want to talk about the BBL angle because I have my personal reservations against anything
I don't think she looked bad in the BBL was
so
good
I would
today.
not even say anything. The truth is, though, that when I looked at that video, I didn't even know it was BBL.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not. I just thought to myself that
the body was
there are
not
so many,
proportioning.
Come on.
No, I mean, she had like ropes.
That deep.
Have you seen the
Did you
video?
get?
Like when you say BBL, you know immediately that.
Okay, you know BBL when you see BBL.
I don't know, so I'm surprised. Like when you see BBL, you know this is BBL.
Some people do.
Oh, you don't know?
Some people do.
You don't.
When they see BBL, they know
So you can
BBL.
actually meet a woman and not know that she's had a BBL.
What's it called? She's sexy and she knows it.
But I mean, to those that know, I mean, kudos to them. But
you don't know either.
I don't know.
Man.
Except it looks totally out of shape.
You know, this actually brings to conversation around, because I've been in conversations where questions like this, that questions have been asked about, do women enhance their bodies for men or for other women?
So, do women look good or try to look good for men or for other women? I think that's the best question.
Yes.
Because I've always wondered at it, like, if I want to look good, I want to look good. And then sometimes I can go out of my way for my man. Sometimes, even though I know I don't do it as often as I should. But the reality is, the reality is for a woman, the best thing you can do for yourself is to look good for your own self, not for men or for women. So you see that question, it's actually a burning question. I feel one of these days we should really focus on.
And I think you'd agree with me here. There is no woman in this world that would say she's just looking good for herself alone.
I think I'm
alone. I'll tell you why. You know why? When you're in your bedroom, when you're in your private spaces, like in your covered like areas, you don't try to look good. You don't try to look good. How many people try to look good in their bedrooms?
I do.
You want to look good when you come out. No, you look good. You always look good.
Edgar.
I don't say that.
Edgar.
When you leave your house,
Edgar,
you want to wear the best clothes.
No.
Once you get back inside, guess what they always do? The first thing. What the
regardless.
They tie wrapper. They not tie one wrapper.
Let me tell you something, right? It is. I am so obsessed with myself.
Yeah.
Even to the point where the minute my hair is rough, so whenever you see me let out my hair, it is because my cornrows are rough.
Okay.
Is rough rather, and
cornrows are beyond that wiggle.
Exactly.
That's an extreme situation now.
Like,
that I pay attention to.
Like majority of the ladies.
It's when they're outside.
I use lip gloss to bed.
You use lip gloss to bed?
Yes, I do.
Do you see lip gloss in your dream?
I spray. I use.
Do you have lip gloss in your dream?
See, I smell good. I smell good to bed.
But not every man does that.
Wait, what?
If any woman is, I feel like it's personal, right? I'm very particular about looking good and smelling good. Whether I am at home, whether I'm not, even with my kids. My kids always look good. In short, as a matter of fact, it is a criteria for when I'm hiring.
So what he's saying is,
because I'm like, you see,
I want to hear what he's saying. What do you think?
Are you actually looking good for yourself?
I'm looking good for myself.
Even when she doesn't go
out.
If you're doing it in your bedroom, then okay, that's fine. But I know
I'm not doing it for my bedroom. I'm doing it for myself.
No, I'm saying if you're doing it in your bedroom, then that is fine. Then most women, I would agree, actually look, good if you're doing it in your bedroom. But I know that, let's be honest now, the higher percentage would actually take it out. It's when they are going out.
But what do you think? Do women look good for themselves or for men? What do you think?
I think women look good for more for men than for themselves.
You think so?
Yes.
What about you?
I'm with you.
You are with him?
Yes.
You guys are very wrong.
No,
you think most men look good for themselves?
I think most men look good for men.
No, I'm talking of women.
Yes, most women look good for men
than themselves. You are very wrong.
Oh.
You see, unless those that are looking for certain things or favors, but an average woman looks good just so she can look good.
I think we need to.
I think men overestimate themselves.
We're going to put this on the poll.
I think we need to actually, allow people sending their comments in this regard.
Yes.
Do you think women look good for themselves or for men? Or for other women?
Yes, there are three.
Right. Let us use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC because we want to be able to do a study on this.
Yeah.
Right. And know for sure what other people think about it. Because personally, I look good for myself.
I have never come out of my house trying to look good for men. Never. In my entire life. Even worse still for other women. I mean, I can't relate. Maybe, that's why I said maybe I'm in
How many women will honestly answer that poll and say the truth about why they always look good?
That's why it's a poll. You can answer
say the truth now. They will not say the truth now. See, the first thing you want to defend that womanhood. You want to defend yourself to say, I always look good for myself. Everybody say I look good for myself.
You will ask somebody, what color is this cup? You will say, the person will answer is white. You will say, no, it's off-white.
Like
no, it's what I'm seeing, what I know.
Majority of them.
A guy would pass now, you see some women, oh, let me just...
Actually, majority.
I say women that are looking for certain things. Maybe a single lady that is
No,
out looking
it's not always
for a
about
man.
single ladies. No, that's the issue. It's not always about single
ladies. A married woman or even a woman who is not searching will not start doing...
No, I know.
Because of some certain level of pride.
I agree.
Certain level of pride and prestige. It's not about married women. It's not only for married women or like single women rather.
No, I am not with you. I am only agreeing. I say yes. There are women.
We said it now that we know there are women like that, but we are not generalizing.
No, yeah, but we are not generalizing. Exactly. We're not saying that all women actually look good for men. We are saying that
that's what you said.
I said most.
You know, you just changed it.
I'm changing
that was
it now.
why
I'm changing
I said
it now.
like
Most, because MM is here and she doesn't
not most,
look good for men.
Some women. There are some women that
give us another story. Give us another story.
Okay, in their own space.
But
anyway, talking about looks and all, before we can wrap up, please, what is it with that bank guy and what he did to women?
Oh wow.
Over 400 videos. We are still reeling from shock from that lawmaker
I think
in that
tomorrow
country.
we like really delve into that story because it borders on sexual harassment. And
it's also some kind of fetish.
Yes,
some people do crazy things because that's what excites them.
And that's also impeding on people's privacy.
Yes,
right. That's invading people's privacy. So we'll
give
really
you the full gist
right.
I also think
tomorrow.
That affects human mental health,
but we would like to know your thoughts on today's conversation. Right? Do you think women look good for themselves? For the men or for other women?
All three, sir.
Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We want you to dig into this gist. Let's hear your thoughts, people. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Can close the show for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, but do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I will not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person you see? What is his name?
That woman.
Damn! Yeah,
today we'll go here.
All right, what a brilliant conversation on what's up and about. But now we have an interesting interview with a beautiful young lady. Now we are joined by Damilola Chinedu. Now she is the founder of Deborah's Palace Initiative, a non-profitable organization dedicated to empowering young boys with the tools of guidance and encouragement needed to lead productive and fulfilling lives. We're happy to have you on Wake Up Nigeria. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's really good to be here.
Awesome. Now, I'm just wondering, most of the time when I do my research online, I always find out that women love to, do things for other women. But now you're doing something for the male gender.
Yeah.
For boys.
For boys.
Why?
Oh, well, so I think the world has been focused on conversations around women and girls, rightly so, you know, considering where we're coming from, right? And then sort of, you know, not negating, but for obvious reasons, you know, not focusing on conversations around the boy child, you know, and we think that it's really very important to have an awesome society. You need both the men and the women, right? The world, for the longest time, you know, I've been focused on conversations around women and girls, and then the boy child is left by himself, you know, to you know, go through life without any form of, you know, mentorship, any form of guardians. Hence the reason why, you know, there are so many challenges, you know, in the society. And then when we are when we're looking at, you know, crime and, you know, all of the social vices, you know, in the world, in our communities, and you point solely at the boy child, you know. Someone who is talking to the boy child, who is speaking to the boy child. The girls are being trained from, you know, young, being, you know, the little age, so going to become better wives, you know, better mothers. You know, they are equipping us. You know, I can't count how many conferences, how many conversations that I have, you know, been privileged
you've attended, you know.
Yes, you know, focused on me, focused on how I can become better for myself. But unfortunately, we do not have that for
men. I totally agree. I'm trying to wrap my head around conferences and initiatives for boys, for men. I can't even count about 5. That's terrible. And that's beautiful as well, because for every lady you are training out there, it's also very important to train the boys or train the men as well. Now, you have an initiative. We have something happening for boys.
Yes.
Please tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. So in the last 6 years, what we've been doing is to engage boys through mentorship programs, which happens like once every year. So we go to schools and we engage
primary
with
school, secondary school?
Secondary school. Yes, so we engage with the Ministry of Education to have like a long-term, you know, termly conversation with the boys. So it's 13 weeks in the term, so we do 8 to 9 weeks. We go there with...
This happens as they're having their regular education
regular programs. Education, so it's once a week.
Oh, nice.
Right, so we go to schools.
It feels like a club activity.
Well, it's maybe mentorship, not club.
Okay.
So
it just feels more like a club. So, go ahead,
mentorship, right? So we go to schools and go with professionals, because we see that there's a lot of distraction. You know, boys are more, a lot of young people, you know, particularly boys now, are more concerned about, you know, content creation, social media, and that's the life, which is not a bad thing. But then the fact that, you know, they're not taking school seriously, right? They're not. So I'm going to also speak about the JAM scholarship program that we had. Where they enrolled, you know, 20 boys, and at the end of the day, you see that a lot of them are not really committed to the conversation, which is pretty sad, because it then, you know, speaks to United Nations' you know, report in 2021 that says a little over. Not a little over, actually, over 244 million, you know, children between the ages of 6 and 18 drop out of school every year. Unfortunately, guess what? 125.5 million of those children are boys.
Are boys.
Yes.
Wow,
right.
that's huge.
Yeah. So boys do not want to stay in school anymore. Boys they're concerned about, you know, getting rich quick.
Yeah, exactly. But don't you think one of the major problems, the reason why people or boys are dropping out of school, is because these days education isn't fun anymore?
Well, so hence the reason why, you know, the mentorship program.
Oh,
right?
lovely.
So then we take professionals to their schools to speak to them, you know, and then just sort of engage them. You know, just storytelling has a huge role to play, you know, in conversations, right? So in the last couple of months, we've gone with the ED of Abbey Mortgage Bank. We've gone with, you know, Damola the comedian. We did a goal setting and vision boarding activity. We went with David, you know, one of the David Adetola, one of the award-winning photographers, and also, you know, Shemwa Ajayi, a lot of mentors, you know, just also share their teenage to adulthood story and how just sort of also mentor them into becoming awesome, right? So the fantastic thing about these conversations are boys they do not know, right? They want to, they're seeking knowledge, but there's really nowhere to find knowledge. So
sorry, just tell me about the results so far. I mean, with the names of the people like you mentioned, I'm just wondering, how did it turn out? How did they react? What did they do?
It was really fantastic.
Yeah, I can imagine. You have a
really
comedian,
fantastic.
you have like the bank owners of the bank.
It was really fantastic because guess what? A lot of these boys thought, oh, maybe these guys just fell off the tree and they became, right? But sharing their teenage to adulthood personal stories were really, really very intriguing. You know, so someone like Uncle Alibaba, or let's even take
Alibaba was there as well.
Of course. Also, we'll talk about the Creative Summer School. So we run other programs. So aside from the mentorship program, we have the Creative Summer School, which happens once every year. So we bring 20 boys. Last year we started. We brought 21 boys together in a safe space. It was sponsored by Abbey Mortgage Bank, Madhouse, and Multi-Choice Talent Factory.
Yes,
right.
Nice,
so we brought them into the same space. Also engaging them in skills like cinematography, photography,
like
sound production,
workshops.
So it was a very intense 2 weeks. But beyond the skill acquisition program is also the mentorship. So that was where we had, so for us, it's engaging boys in every way that we can. So when we are creating programs, the conversations are really more important to us because we see that in other people's stories, they become better for themselves. In mentorship, they become better. A lot of boys they don't have father figures in their lives, right? They don't see the mentors in their dads because fathers are absent, right? Fathers are busy with work and it's just mommy, right?
Exactly.
But they need to see a figure, father figure that aligns with what they truly want to be. So when they hear these conversations from these men, oh, you really went through this, how were you able to navigate?
So one interesting question that comes to mind is, I'm just wondering about for those children who are not in these schools, because I know we probably have like listed schools. Are there personal trainings or personal workshops or personal registration that can happen for private children? Because I'm just thinking, not everyone would have this opportunity, but I'm sure there are some kids watching right now that would say, oh, Mommy, I would really love to learn more from...
Oh, fantastic. So we have a wide range of programs that run throughout the year. So, of course, there's the mentorship program. There's the conference, which brings everyone together, parents, educators, the boy child itself, which is actually also important.
And how do they get to reach you?
Well, it's our website, www.debrahspalace.org. And then you can also visit our Instagram page, Debrah's Palace Initiative.
That's beautiful.
Reach out to me, Damlola Odie, that's Odio.
Thank you.
On Instagram,
Thank you so much. That is really awesome. That is all that we can take at this time. I'm also going to ask some personal questions outside this, all right? It's really been an amazing interview so far. I hope you guys are learning. I hope you guys are taking things down, all right? You guys are taking things down. You guys are jotting things down. Okay. Wow. What is happening in the kitchen, Mary? Tell me, what is happening in the kitchen? I would like to know.
Breakfast is happening in the kitchen this morning. And guess who has us covered for breakfast? The prodigal chef. That's who. All right. So, what are we having for breakfast? Chicken wraps?
Chicken wrap, yeah.
Aha, I guess right. So, chicken wraps for breakfast, all right? So, let's talk about the ingredients. What are we making use of?
So, I have julienne carrots here.
Do you have the what?
Julienne carrots.
Okay.
The cuts. That's julienne.
Yeah.
Zucchini, julienne.
Okay.
Purple cabbage, julienne.
Okay, so this is zucchini, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's you can improvise it with cucumber. So cucumber have a lot of water content.
Okay, but this has less.
This has less, and it's very crunchy.
Very crunchy.
Yeah. Purple cabbage, onions, caramelized onions.
Okay. Oh, this purple cabbage, rather.
Yes.
Okay, caramelized onions. Okay.
Seasoned chicken. I seasoned overnight.
Seasoned overnight. Okay.
Yeah. Then that's my dressing.
Your dressing.
Yeah,
okay. So now
dressing.
I'm calm down. I'm very interested in these three. So you're caramelizing. Is it the usual just salt? Run us through how you got that now.
So I eat it on the fire.
Okay.
Then for some time, so I use brown sugar too.
Brown sugar.
Yeah, to caramelize it faster.
Okay. So what about this? What did you use to season it?
Different rub, paprika, onion powder.
Paprika, onion powder. Okay.
I have garlic powder. I have black pepper.
Okay.
I have chili powder.
Inside it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your secret dressing. There's nothing secret here.
When you taste it, you know.
Is it lie? You tell me.
What
dressing is this? What's inside there?
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Okay. So what's inside that you're dressing?
My dressing?
Yes. What's inside
vinegar? Is this one?
Yes.
Oh, it's a secret dressing. I won't tell you. I will tell you, but not on live.
Okay. Chefs and their secret ingredients. Now, wow. The ingredients are currently on your screen, by the way. Just check them out. If you missed anything earlier, so you can scribble them down. It's time for us to start cooking. And I believe you said you were going to do something with the tomatoes. What's that?
So I'll be cutting.
We forgot to mention the tortilla.
Yeah,
because we have to wrap it, right? Okay, so you be cutting?
Yeah. Julian.
Okay, so go on.
Okay.
So when you cut it up,
yep. So
what are you going to do with it?
I get the seed off.
Okay. Okay. There you go. I already have the heat on here.
Okay.
Okay, so you can fix up your chicken. Maybe I should take it down a bit.
Yeah.
I'll take it down to
4 is fine.
4 is fine. Okay. Or should I leave at 5?
4 is fine.
4 is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, please. All right. So breakfast is something that so many people are always wondering, what can I do quickly in the morning? Things like this seem like you can put them together in 5 minutes, but only if you have all your ingredients prepped, okay? When your ingredients are prepped, the entire process is less than 5 minutes. I'll show you of that. So what we're going to do now is we are going to pan-sear the chicken, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to...
No, I'm not pan-searing, I'm staining it.
You're what?
I'm just staining it.
You're just searing it? Okay. All right, so that's what we're going to do with the chicken, okay?
So pan-sear means you are incorporating butter and fresh herbs. But I'm not doing
searing
that.
is just the oil.
Yeah, just
with what you've already put in the chicken, right? Okay. Yes. So that's what we're going to do now. And we are doing nothing with the veggies except putting them in the wrap, right? Or are we?
No. Yes, exactly.
So they're
just
going to
be tomato. I'll be drizzling the balsamic vinegar on it.
Oh, so the balsamic vinegar goes on the tomatoes.
Tomato,
Please,
yes.
let's put that together while we start with the chicken.
Okay.
So you're removing the seeds,
yes.
Huh? Okay.
Yes.
What's the purpose of doing this?
So
let's just put it aside to make it faster.
So I can get my cut, the junior cut on it.
Okay.
It's easier for me to get junior cuts
when you have it.
When you get cut off.
Okay. So what does this do? Putting the balsamic vinegar. Is it to enhance the taste, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry. On the other side of the hour, you will definitely get to see us put everything together. Right now, however, we've reached the top of the hour. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Welcome back to the second hour of Wake Up Nigeria. It's still Wednesday, and we are here to make sure that you find your calm and move through the day smoothly. You know
what? I was doing my meditation this morning. My instructor was saying, set your intention for the day, and I chose calmness.
Calmness.
Yeah. And it takes a lot of mindfulness to get into that state of calmness, because I remember during the coffee gist, I felt like I was losing my calm because of how that conversation was going. But then I think at the end of the day, what's most important is still being able to, reel yourself back into that state of mindfulness and get your calm on, right?
Get your calm on. I think I need to watch the video again. When the show is done, I'm going back on YouTube.
Right.
I'm going to watch the video again. I'm just going to take some of these things down, like just take the notes down. Calm on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. As always, we are all about creating a space where you can breathe easy, feel good, and just be. Wednesdays are perfect for taking a little extra time for yourself. Well, if you are on the go, you are still doing it for yourself, because if that salary alert comes in at the end of the month, which is today, we're not going to be sharing it with you. But
whether you get salary or not, whatever you're doing, just make sure you smile. Make sure you're happy, all right? Yes, because some people are not getting paid today. Some people are going to clear a part of their debt today.
Well, true.
Exactly.
True.
So whatever you're doing, just smile, just be very happy. Life continues tomorrow. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, right. I know. And we're always here to bring you all those little moments of joy and serenity to brighten up your day, your week, your month. And talking about bringing those smiles to your face, we have, we all know that food, they say food is the food to the soul.
Who said that? Food is the food to the soul. Amen.
We have our chef, the prodigal chef, waiting in the kitchen with Mary, ensuring that the kitchen wraps comes together very nicely.
You guys are making me have a good laugh. But yes, the prodigal chef is hard at work, and we can't wait to put this all together in a bit. Yes, and I love your top. That smile.
Oh yeah, I was talking about smile.
It's making me smile each time I look at you.
Smile.
Wait, hold on. You love her top?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
There's nothing spectacular about what you're wearing.
This is black on black.
No, it looks nice. Look at that suit. Fine boy. And he's available. He's available.
All right, my name is Edgar Ariaka.
And I am Emil Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can watch us live from absolutely anywhere in the world at tvcentertainment.tv. We are here to, as always, make your Wednesday a special one.
Now you can also watch us live on GOTV channel 16, UHF band 49, and of course we're on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at tvcentertainment_.
Let's stay connected, guys. Remember to use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let us engage with you. Share your thoughts, your midweek reflections, and also remember the topic that we discussed over at, on the coffee just earlier on, which was, do you think women look good for themselves, for the men, or for other women? We are waiting for those comments, guys. Don't forget to use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's keep that conversation going.
All right.
Let's dive right into what we have in the second half of the show. We're checking out some notable moments at the Headies.
Yes, I'll be doing that with Zainab Zay. I cannot wait for that moment because we have a lot to talk about. Gist deep, plenty brekete.
If you're looking for an aproko partner, you already know.
What? Aproko what? It's gist. It's not aproko. There's a difference between gist and aproko.
And on Wellness this morning, Bukola Essien joins us to discuss the importance of emergency services at events. On that note, let's check out the weather. Is it going to rain? Is it going to be a sunny day? We'll find out. You know that if there's anything that we're very passionate about right here on the show, it is your wellness and well-being. And this morning we have with us Chukwuemeka Gabriel. He is the founder, chairman, Fitness and Wellbeing Foundation. And this morning we are going to be reeling in to encouraging and promoting wellness in the workplace. How are you doing this morning, Chukwuemeka?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And you're also the founder of BombFit.
Yes.
So talk to us about what BombFit.
Okay. BombFit, BOMFIT,
right.
Is an acronym for Business Owners and Managers Fitness. So my cohorts from program in Lagos Business School, OMP 35.
Okay.
After our program, we saw fitness as a way to engage and maintain the bond we had within ourselves when we were in school. So it was working for us. Every quarter, we get ourselves engaged in a wellness initiative.
Okay.
So along the line, the alumni relations in Lagos Business School saw what we were doing, and we were like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's use this as a way to get the whole alumni together.
Okay.
So we do this on a quarterly basis, and from there, it evolved to be a vibrant community of business owners and their employees, right? So that's what then BombFit is the trading company where we offer challenges to organizations and their employees to help them stay active. So every quarter, we host a general challenge for different organizations and their employees and incentivize it, provide a reward to motivate the people on the challenge to really, really engage on the challenge.
But isn't the focus, I mean, it doesn't take away, I don't have a problem with incentivizing. I think it's also a way to encourage people to, you know, participate and to get them involved. But I also like to think that this is also very important for their well-being as well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask about, you know, the mindsets, changing people's mindset when it comes to focusing on their wellness and their well-being. Because, I mean, I see the role that organizations are going to play in ensuring that the employees are actively active, you know, and, you know, what this also does to their health and their, you know, general well-being. But what is BombFit looking forward to sort of also changing the mindset of, you know, and of people in terms of, you know, reeling in on the importance of staying fit?
Yeah. Now, we know the challenge that comes at the workspace.
Right.
The stress, the burnout,
fatigue.
The fatigue.
I was feeling fatigued this morning.
So personally, I'm speaking from my own experience.
Right.
I saw fitness as an escape, right? And a lot of people see fitness as something challenging to do. They see it stressful, to be a very stressful engagement.
Right.
So, but we are trying to put it in a fun way and make it attractive.
Okay.
So imagine, okay, we had a challenge in February where we did organizations come on board with your employees. Everybody should do a minimum of 5,000 steps a day for at least 15 days in the month of February.
Okay.
And qualify for a raffle draw of 3 million naira.
What?
Yeah. We did that in February. Okay, see the excitement. So
are you bringing it here?
You're part of it.
I'm going to jump because I'm very, very active.
Yeah, sure.
Please go ahead.
So a lot of people did that. We had over 27 million steps.
Whoa.
From all the participants.
In the month of February?
In the month of February, yes.
Wow.
So we had a lucky winner who is from Lagos Business School. She did 5,000 steps at least 15 days. And that was it. A lot of people did the 5,000 steps on daily basis to the end of the month. So that was what we did in February to help people to start up the year with an active lifestyle. So we do this every quarter through our foundation.
Okay.
We do these challenges. BombFit set up the challenges, then the foundation integrate the reward. Right?
Fantastic.
So this May, you know, May is regarded as, is globally recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month.
True.
Yeah. So we are driving a global mental health awareness in the corporate organizations. So we'll have this challenge we called Global Mental Health Corporate Walkathon organizations are onboarding on this challenge with their team of employees and compete with other organizations on who will make the most highest average number of steps, right? So at the end of the challenge, the winning team goes with 5 million in wellness reward.
How many people will be on this team?
Each organization will send 10 people to represent them on the leaderboard that will determine who is going to win the 5 million wellness reward. Right? And we also have a leaderboard where all the employees in organization will join. It's just for team engagement, and the highest, the team with the highest number of steps will give them the most active organization. That's the bragging right they will get. But to win the 5 million wellness reward, we'll have organizations send 10 people to represent your team. So it will be a team of 10 against a team of 10, and that will be a leaderboard. So now we are having a high level of engagement on the platform because people are coming there every day to come and check their steps and see their position on the leaderboard and all. So it's brand visibility for your brand.
How do they track on this number of steps that's been know, taken a day?
We have our platform. We onboard them on the platform. It integrates. It's for Android users. It integrates with Apple Health Connect. For Apple users, it integrates with
iOS.
iOS, yes. It integrates with Apple Health. So we also have their CEOs to lead by example. So the CEOs, we are challenging them to do 10,000 steps a day for at least 10 days during the period of the challenge and qualify for a raffle draw for all expense paid trip to Belgium. For a high profile business summit. So the incentives, we've discovered that reward and recognition is the motivation for people.
I agree.
And coupled with the fact, or with the challenge of what we are facing in the country, the high cost of healthcare and all. So preventive health is the best way. So we put all this to motivate people, to get them to be active. So tomorrow being 1st of May, Workers' Day, we have our flagship events every 1st of May, hosting right here in Eco Atlantic. We are inviting organizations to come with their team and we'll host them on a wellness festival. So it's happening here live at Eco Atlantic.
So we're all meant to come with our fitness
fit gears and everything. Just come. We'll have collaboration with iFitness. We'll have a collaboration with Lagos Business School, Alumni Association. We'll have collaboration with SOP Water. We'll have other organizations who are in tune with wellness, bringing all their resources together to help to promote what we are doing.
All right.
So,
so is going forward, is this going to be an annual thing? Because,
yeah, it's an annual
I'm looking at sustainability.
Exactly. This is the 2nd edition of it. We did it last year. Yeah, we're doing it again this year. Every 1st of May.
It's going to be
happening. Yes.
But in the meantime, you are still going to, you are still in the business of, or you're passionate rather about, building, encouraging organizations, to, be more
active.
Incorporating active lifestyles into there.
So, like what I mentioned earlier, our charity foundation, we host this challenge every quarter and we fund the rewards. While we are doing this, we encourage organizations to sign up for the private version of these challenges for their team and give them rewards to motivate them internally.
I know that right now on the screen we have his social media handles on. So if you have more questions, if you think your organization is interested in being a part of this, reach out to him on the social media platforms and get more details, right?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Chukwuemeka.
Thank you very much.
I think this is a laudable effort. I am an active gal myself, right? So I'm definitely going to be
the Bonfit experience
events.
Tomorrow.
Sorry, yes, I'm going to be at the Bonfit experience together tomorrow, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And right on that note, we're going to a quick break. The show continues shortly. I think we have the entertainment news coming right up with Zainab. Stay with us, people. You don't want to miss out on that.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but
think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jammies. Welcome again to the kitchen. It's time for us to make the wraps. The prodigal chef. I should have asked him the story behind that, but we'll probably talk about that some other time. But yes, the prodigal chef is making breakfast for us, and it's chicken wraps. There's a question MM was asking you, what's the difference between chicken wraps and shawarma? But we'll talk about it as we're putting it all together. So we have our chicken seared, and now it's time for us to make the wraps. And then you already put the balsamic vinaigrettes inside. Yep. Okay, so over to you. Okay. Let's put it all together. If you're just tuning in, a lot has happened in the kitchen. So I would like you to tell us what we've done so far. We had this caramelized onions with brown sugar earlier. That was even before the show started. Yeah. And then we cut this up, julienne, and then we put the balsamic vinaigrette in it. Yep. Of course, chefs and their secret ingredients. That's for the dip, which would put in the mix. Why are you cutting it up like tacos?
So, I'm not gonna roll it up like the usual rolling up. So okay. I'm going to do like a triangle style.
Oh, okay. Let's see you do it then. Let's see you do it. So what's the first thing? Okay.
This is the first thing. So you don't want to put too much.
Okay. So you don't want to put too much.
So it doesn't soak up the.
Yeah. So it doesn't soak. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what's the difference as you're doing this? Tell us what's the difference between shawarma and chicken wraps.
I think it's just the wrap.
They're about the same thing. It's just
I think it's just the wrap.
It's just the name that differentiates. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're going to cover it up completely?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So after that, what goes in?
The veggies. So I'm going to be mixing the veggies together.
Okay.
And
you're going to mix all the veggies together.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me see you do that. Okay.
All
right. So I believe it's trying to ensure that it incorporates this inside. This is so good. So we're going to put it all together.
You've not even tested it.
Yeah, I can tell from the smell. The aroma is actually very nice.
Okay, thank you.
It's very, very nice. Okay, so we'll do the mix.
Yes.
Put in all the veggies.
I'll put some of this.
Just some of this. Okay. That's the julienne carrots.
Yes.
No, so by julienne carrots, it doesn't mean it's a type of carrot. It's actually the way it was cut. Okay. All right. Okay. Same for the purple cabbage.
Yes. It's the julienne.
Julienne as well. Yes. And then the zucchini.
Yes, julienne.
Yeah, julienne as well. Even the caramelized onions were also cut julienne style. All right. And then the onions. That's a lot of that. Okay. You're not putting in the onions. That was on its own because it's already been seasoned.
It goes on its own.
Okay. So the onions were caramelized with brown sugar.
Yes.
Hence the color. Okay. All right. So you don't want to put much of it so it doesn't soak. All right. So the purpose of this is to ensure that this is incorporated fully into the vegetable, so you can taste it in every bite.
Yes,
okay.
Get that.
So let's quickly put it together. We need to move on. Okay. So let's really hurry. Let's see now. Yes. So the vegetables, just a bit of it. I really want to see you make this wrap. That's why I want us to hurry. Let me take this away because it's getting really hot.
Oh,
okay.
I need it to be very hot.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, I'll put it back.
Okay.
All right, so after that, the chicken.
The chicken goes in.
Okay. Quickly.
Okay.
Quickly. I really want you to get to see how this is wrapped. Okay, then the onions. The onions and the tomatoes. Wow, that's a lot of chicken. You're going to get a lot of chicken in each mouthful.
So, like, you have to make it full.
The onions. My goodness. This isn't your regular shawarma. It's definitely, I'll rather stick to chicken wrap then. And then the tomatoes. Okay. All right. So, as it is, we've managed to put everything that the filling consists of, rather, into that wrap. And that's it. We're putting it, this is the wrap as it goes. So it's kind of like making samosa or making a burrito, a full burrito. Oh my goodness. This is really filling. I can tell. This is going to be really filling. Ah, okay. All right, I'm going to let him finish putting this together because right now we have something really exciting coming up. The entertainment news, and Zainab is on standby for that.
So much, Lady O'Mary. That looks absolutely amazing. I know that our guests cannot wait to dig in. It is time for entertainment news. And with me to do this is still the self-proclaimed Duke of Liverpool. Sorry, Ogudu. How are you doing?
You again.
Absolutely. How are you doing though? You good? You great?
Good.
You're
good.
sitting like a king that you are.
I am now. The Duke of Liverpool has to look like the Duke of Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, give that Duke wave.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, love.
All right. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Let's go.
All right. Now, the 17th, so we're focusing on the Headies Awards today, and we're looking at all the things that went down. Everything, not really focusing on the awards, but for the memorable moments. Now, the 17th edition of the Headies Awards took place on Sunday, April 27th, 2025 at the Landmark Event Center in Lagos, spotlighting the brightest talents in the music industry. Hosted by Nollywood actress Nancy Sime, the event delivered a night of dazzling performances and unforgettable moments. Now, the stage lit up with electrifying sets from artists like King Madi, Tanzania's Juma Juice, Odumodu Black, and more, leaving the audience thrilled. Now, the night also recognized a diverse range of winners, including Chike, the late Mohbad, Director Pink, Burna Boy, Davido, KC, Shali Poppy, Ashake, Odumodu Black, Rema, Juma Juice, among many others. Now, unforgettable moments from the night, which we're actually focusing on. We're going to be looking at Cubana Chief Priest it was denied entry. Now, the nightlife entrepreneur reportedly wasn't allowed into the venue for not having an invitation card. Edgar, when I saw this, I completely understood what happened with him because I'm like, if you don't have an invite to an event, they will not allow you enter. It has happened personally to me. This is what I'm talking about. It happened to me like 2-3 weeks ago. I can remember standing outside at that event for over 5 hours. Regardless of who you are, instructions is actually instructions. They are not going to let you in. What do you make of this? We know it's Cubana Chief Priest, and obviously he wouldn't want to crash the Headies without having an invite, or maybe they just didn't give him the physical invite. So what do you make of this?
All right, so Cubana Chief Priest is always on the internet for funny stories and interesting stories, I would say. When I saw this, the first thing that came to mind was, who was denied? Cubana Chief Priest, the business mogul, or the
no, that's
musician?
Obi Cubana.
Because the musician, he sings now.
Okay, that's what you mean, that he also sings.
Yes, but if you watch the video closely, you would realize that he was making a phone call. So I am sure, I am just sure that he was trying to probably call someone to either bring the invitation card for him or come and sort or settle whatever was happening there, the invitation tag. Or settle whatever was happening there. So I am sure that was what was happening.
Of course.
But again, it's Chief Priest. The news must go around. We must talk about it.
But you can't blame him. It was obviously outside and all that ruckus was going on. And somebody with the camera just said that, you know what? This obviously will make news because it's Cubana Chief Priest.
Yes,
But honestly, I feel like when it comes to events, the organizers should do better. I know there are times when they will say, okay, they probably just remember this person and they sent an invite to them last minute. And I'm talking from experience where they could just call you last minute and tell you, oh, we need you for this event. And maybe they've run out of physical invites. And when these kind of things happen, I honestly believe that there should be some sort of spreadsheet that they will give to these bouncers, and not just one organizer that is inside Bizio. Give a proper spreadsheet and say, okay, these people don't have a physical invite. So once they arrive, ask for their names. Obviously, you know who Cubana Chief Priest is. And if Cubana Chief Priest is on that spreadsheet, let him in. He cannot crash an event if he's not invited.
Yes, I would also say that if you are a celebrity and influencer, please do not go to the entrance without your invite. All right? Make sure you settle that before you are even seen. You can just stay in your car, fix whatever you need to fix before you get there. Because the moment you walk all the way to the entrance and you don't have your invite, it becomes news. It becomes a story.
Of course, absolutely. So, and these bouncers, we all know that they don't have joy. They do not scare. They will push you. They will embarrass you. before you know what's going on. All right, let's move on to the next moment. Now, Annie Idibia's reinvention. Annie Idibia made a bold reintroduction to the public, now going by her maiden name, Annie Macaulay. I don't know if you caught that moment where she was going to present an award with Farouk Oreagba, and she was like, oh, Annie Idibia, but she said, oh, sorry, Annie Macaulay, or that. I don't know, that sweets me for body, because it's like she's properly reintroducing herself into the public as Annie Macaulay following her divorce with Tubaba. What do you make of it?
To be honest, it's not an easy thing to do, what she has gone through. She has been in the public eye for a very long time. People have said different things about her emotional and mental state. And for her to come out looking as beautiful as she did and still being able to speak the way she did, I would say good one for her. And again, the brand will always be Annie Macaulay.
Yes,
it
will always be Annie Macaulay.
It's always going to be Annie Macaulay.
I'm sorry. I mean, it was just lately I started calling her Annie Idibia. I knew Annie Macaulay as Annie Macaulay.
So I'm not surprised that she had that subtle jab there. You know why? Because it's the entertainment industry. They would do this for another 15, 10 years. Trust me, they would keep hitting themselves like that. I will not be surprised if Two-Face releases a song and then he says something about Annie and then, changes it to something else.
And by the way, may I say that she's actually my best look for that night. I absolutely loved what she was wearing. And I can remember that we heard a lot of rumors about her, that there was a point where they amputated her leg, that she was going through a lot. People had a lot to say about her. Because if you watch Young, Famous and African, she went through a lot in that reality TV show.
She did.
Then it was after that people had a lot to say about her when she disappeared for a while. That's they amputated her leg and she's not feeling fine. And she said, you know what? I'm going to show myself to the public that I am healing. I'm on a journey and we love to see it. Congrats, Annie. We cannot wait to see what you still have in stock. Now, let's quickly talk about this before we round up. Odimodu's muted mic. The rapper's microphone was abruptly cut off during his performance, sparking online buzz. He said he was talking about Jesus, and they decided to mute his mic. Edgar.
Yes.
As an MC, what do you make of this?
All right, so it's very important to note that most influencers or people who get to win awards, most of the winners are always informed. Or everyone, they inform everybody in the category that if you're going to be winning, please, you have a certain amount of minutes you can speak for. Now, that is why when you get on stage, most of the time, you want to start by saying the most important things first. I want to thank God for giving me this. I want to thank God. I want to thank this, but I want to thank, because that is very important to you. So my issue here is, if you knew that Jesus was the most important thing to talk about, you could have started with that. Because the reports are they cut him off because he was taking too long. All right, he was taking too long. I mean, but again, it's the next rated award. I think, again, that category, because that is one of the categories we're always looking out for, should be extended. The time for that award should be extended. I honestly believe that they should have actually given him ample time to say what he wanted to say. But Odimodu Black, they always talk.
But he's always talking now. Before you mute his mic at the end of the day, let him get his words out. At the end
if
of
you
the
allow Odimodu, that guy will not finish.
That you will actually see, what do you call it, ushers waiting to actually take them out.
If you allow Odimodu, that guy will not finish. That guy can talk from now to
now
tomorrow.
That you have not allowed him, has he not still said what he wanted to say?
Fact, yeah.
Thank you so much, Edgar, for doing this. But before we go, it's also pertinent to mention that Charlie Poppy said he's going to boycott the Headies. Charlie Poppy vowed to skip future editions after not receiving the physical plaque for his win. That's your boy from Edo State. Defend your brother.
Yeah, basically, he just complained because he wasn't given a plaque. He was given a handshake. All right? Now, the only person that gives you a handshake and that would make you smile is a billionaire. If a billionaire shakes you, you understand. But then you just get a handshake and you don't get your plaque, he will complain now. The guy's even saying he does not want to attend anyone again.
Oh my God.
So but I think it's just the heat of the moment.
It's just the heat of the moment. Obviously, he would definitely get over it. But thank you so much for doing this with me, Edgar. And on behalf of Headies and everybody, Charlie Poppy, we are sorry. They will give you your plaque before you know it. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Edgar. All right, let's go on a short break. The show continues. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
my 220 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Yeah, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. Countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend. But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to say, what is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment for pure entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's...
It's time for us to talk wellness on Wake Up Nigeria. This morning we have Bukola Essien in the studio with us. She's going to be discussing the importance of emergency services at events. And it's such a pleasure as always to have you in the studio.
Same here. It's always
Thank you so much
to be here.
So, and you came with a first aid box.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah,
I came with a first aid box today.
Before we start perusing the contents of that first aid box, let's talk about that question. What exactly is the importance of first aid or even of emergency services at events?
All right. Emergencies don't announce, like I would always say, that we're going to happen. So first aid at at events is trying to save a life or help a situation before it gets out of hand. So you don't have to wait for it to escalate or get really worse. You can actually save a life and then try to nip and how will I put it now?
Nip the problem in the bud before it gets worse.
Before it gets worse. So first aid is very important. You cannot overemphasize it because it has to do with life. It has to do with health. It has to do with, you know, saving a life is a lot. So you cannot even trade that with money. You can't even do that. So first aid is very important at any event you can, especially when you have a lot of humans.
Bukola is very passionate about emergency services at events, and in fact, she also has an outfit that caters to emergency services at events. Now, talking about the first aid box, let's take a look at what's in this box. Okay, So yes, we have a first aid box in front of us.
It looks like a treasure box, actually. All right.
And this would be very, very, very helpful for those who are wondering at the importance. So let's talk about
here we have an inhaler.
An inhaler.
All right.
An inhaler. Yeah. I mean, that is so obvious. Yet I'm like.
Yes, we have an inhaler. But the truth is that your first aid box, the content of your first aid box is determined by where you want to use it. All right. You might not need some content here because of where you're going. Like if I'm going to a kiddies event, there are some certain things that might not be here. If I'm going to be using it at a gym, there are some certain things that should be here. You know,
so at a kiddies event, what will be here and what?
Of course, I would always go with the inhaler because you don't know if a child is having a respiratory, challenge or anything. All right. Then we'll also have what we call the peroxide.
Okay, because children get injured.
Yes, because they could just fall off, and then we have the peroxide.
Okay.
All right. We also.
So I'm very curious, what items here right now would not be at a children's event? Because I think there are other adults at the event as well.
Yes, it depends on who we are being asked to, take care of. But of course, because we are health and life conscious, and we are about saving lives. Would always go with a lot of it.
Okay, so now we're still talking about the content. So we have the cotton wool there.
Yes, we have the cotton wool.
And the bandages.
We have the bandages. Okay. We have the glucose.
Glucose, yes, very important.
We have that. We have
so there's the glucose, okay.
All right. Then, of course, we have the hand sanitizer before we touch. We have our hand gloves.
Okay.
So that we wear that before you can touch anyone. All right. The peroxide, like I mentioned before, is there.
The spirit.
The spirit. We also go with something because of the recent happening. This is called a CPR mask.
Okay.
Okay, for cardiopulmonary resuscitation in case there is someone slumming, and then we need to do a CPR quickly, and then the mouth-to-mouth, what we call the breath of life, we use this.
Oh, so unlike before when you had no choice than to use your mouth directly.
Because, exactly.
So how do you use that? I'm very curious. Could you show me? I'm very curious.
All right.
How do you use it?
This is the mask. All right, and so...
Oh, so you insert it in the person's mouth.
Okay, and then your mouth is somewhere here.
Which is good before you get bitten. Okay.
Not just bitten and get infected or anything, because you don't know if someone has TB or something like that. So we use
And this is single use?
Single use, disposable.
Of course.
Once you use, you throw off. Okay. All right, so we have that. We also have ice packs. All right. We have ice packs. Instant cold pack. All right. We have...
oh, okay. And it's cold, actually.
Yes, so we have that. We also have...
okay, there's gauze there.
There's wire gauze.
Yeah.
There's bandages.
Yeah, this is to cover wounds.
Yes, we also have the spirit, ventilated spirit, which everyone knows.
I'm very curious about this.
Yes.
Okay. More glucose.
Yes, more glucose, because if you're going to a sporting activity, you need that a lot.
Okay. More bandages as well.
More bandages. Then we also have the ORS.
You actually carry ORS. That's good. That's really good.
Because
that's very necessary for children's parties as well.
Yes. So that we can take care of things, quickly before it gets out of hand. We have the paracetamol.
Yeah. Very important.
It's very, very important.
Do you have flagyl as well?
We don't give antibiotics.
We try not to give antibiotics.
Yes, because we are not medical officials. We don't prescribe them. So we just give across-the-counter medications.
Okay.
So we
makes
don't
a lot of sense, really.
Flagyls, we don't do antibiotics.
Because sometimes there are certain antibiotics that you can't
But
just
of course, we give antacids for those that have...
Are there antacids as well?
We do. We have antacids here.
Okay.
We have antacids here.
Okay.
All right.
For chest-borne.
For chest-borne, depending, like I said, depending on the event. I might not take an antacid for children's party.
Why?
I might not.
Why?
It's children's party. Kiddies party.
They rarely suffer from indigestion.
Yes, they do. They don't always have that.
Or do you replace that with the syrup version? Is that what you do sometimes?
Yes, we either go with suspension, for them.
Okay.
It's better to go with suspension for them. And then, of course, aside this first aid, we always have water. Water. Yes, I had an incident that happened some weeks back. Okay. You know the weather has been pretty hot.
Yes.
So this little boy was going to do a presentation. It's actually a school presentation. But good enough, someone quickly noticed that he was actually passing out.
Whoa.
So we just...
Dehydration.
Yes, we took him out. He was sweating. So we had to give him water, and free him up. So heat exhaustion and all that. So we always have water on standby. So like I said, depending on, you can't have some of these things in your house. You should have plasters. There are plasters here. I have little scissors here. Okay, we have this thing we use because you don't just this. Okay, so you have the spirit.
Yes, this is for you to put the cotton wool to deep it in. Do you have the?
Yes, we have the faucet.
The faucet.
Yes, we do. So if you can have all these at home, fantastic. If you can have it close to your kitchen area.
It's actually not bad to have at home. Yeah.
Everyone should have it.
Yes. So
everyone
you just pick it up like this.
There's
it's
already soaked in the ventilated spirit.
It's already soaked, okay. Because sometimes if you're in that situation, you just put it down and then put the spirit or whatever deep
yes.
it in, then
but these days
again.
we tend to use more of peroxide. Because it kills the bacteria faster and then prevents further infection. So
this is why. So that prevents you having to touch it with your fingers.
Just
because it's not available.
But of course, you're going to be wearing your hand gloves.
Yes, very important. Very important. Especially when you take care of someone.
So
use your gloves.
First aid is a necessity everywhere. Office area, your home. Have the first aid in your car. Anything can happen anywhere.
I grew up with medical professionals, so I took it for granted that people had all these things at home.
All right.
Until much later when I realized that when you talk about some of these things, it sounds foreign to a lot of people. And I'm like, how can you not have ORS at home, for example, or paracetamol, or... But then many people don't even know what these things are, because when they go to the hospital, it's just prescribed for them. And they just take it and they move on. They don't really know what they are called. They don't even know what use some of these items are. So sometimes it doesn't really hurt to ask your doctor or your pharmacist, as the case may be, what something is called, just so you can at least have knowledge of it, especially if a problem arises. So you can say, oh, this is what I used that led to this and all.
Very important to have a first aid. If you don't have a first aid at home, please get one. If you don't have a first aid at the workplace, please get one. Nobody's going to tell you, I'm going to be having a chest bone, or I'm going to have a muscle pull, I'm going to have a,
What would you use for a muscle pull, though?
Okay, we have... we're just going to do a massage. We have the analgesic.
Oh, you have an analgesic there. Okay, I think this is it here.
Yeah. Yes, we have it there.
Okay.
We also have burnouts.
Oh, nice. You're fully ready, prepared.
I move
for
around
the battlefield.
With it. Yes.
You even move around with it.
Yes, it's always in my car.
So, Bukola SCN, as I mentioned earlier, provides emergency services for events, and I find it really commendable that everything is thought out. Of course, you have the science background, the medical background, so that also helps with making what is supposed to be in, and also having the foresight to be prepared. Thank you so much for your time, Bukola. It's been an interesting 5 weeks
oh yes,
of having this conversation, especially on the importance of emergency services at events. Thank you so much indeed.
You're welcome.
And to reward you, we had breakfast.
Oh.
She's been coming all this while, so you'll have breakfast with us this morning. So we're heading to the kitchen right now.
All right, then.
The guys are waiting. Let's go join them. Bukola.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
We
time
needed
to
that
have
conversation. It's very, very apt.
In fact,
very necessary. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yes, so breakfast is by the Prodigal Chef, and it's chicken wraps.
All right.
That's what we're having for breakfast, okay?
Chicken wraps.
Yes, so we'd like for you to
unwrap the chicken wrap.
So
all right, let's see.
So we can say it's a wrap.
Oh, I love the shape.
You do, huh?
Triangle.
Like a sandwich.
Oh, look at that bite. This is good. This is good. I'm trying to interpret your silence. Like, this is brilliant. This is good. This is beautiful.
This is nice.
I said it.
Well done.
I said it.
I can see the juice dripping from it.
Yeah.
It's juicy.
That looks good. Well done, the Prodigal Chef.
I really love the onion in it.
The caramelized onion.
Yeah. It really tastes nice.
It's his secret ingredients.
Well done.
Yeah. We're waiting for them to put it on the shelves so that we can buy it.
We can finally buy it because I'm very sure
we have begged them. He's the third chef that has come on the show now with this same recipe but has refused to tell us
Not the same recipe, different recipe.
Oh, it's potato.
All right.
All same, but well done.
Thank you.
Prodigal.
What's the name now?
Arite, right. So Arite is embarking on a world breaking record.
Yeah,
for the longest singing
hours, 130
hours.
Right.
130?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she had done about 75 hours last year. You know, now she's doing 130, and we are wishing you well. We cannot wait to see you win. We're strongly behind you, and we say sing on.
And we are rooting for you,
yes,
baby
we are.
girl.
As a Korean say, "Kwiti."
Yes.
Keep singing, don't stop, all right?
She's going to sign us off with her latest rendition, Steady, Steady, even as we wrap up the show. Have a beautiful day tomorrow. Today, we will see you tomorrow.
I know.
Bye, guys. Over to you, Arite.
All right, take it away.
Every day I wake up, I dey pray for grace. Hey. Change your papa, God, they give us the grace. I pray for grace, it's not my hustle. I pray for favor, it's not my hustle. I am it today, ibukun mi. Hey. Shape my body, I'll give you. Oh, steady, 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 steady. Slow, 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 slow. Let go, cha-cha. This love the goal. Steady, steady. Slow, slow. Let go, cha-cha. Abandi hustle, you hustle. Okay, maybe hustle me, Babylon. And living can't shut up and burning. I see what your time. Now so I get my time. Hey, why hate your brother, your sister, your neighbors, your friends? Steady, steady. Slow, slow. Let you kick it, touch you. It's nice to go. Shut up, steady, steady. Slow, slow. Let you, touch you. Ewúrọ̀ májọ kí ikú pa lánàá. Olúwa májọ kí ikú pa lánàá. Everybody hustle, you're hustling. Let the hustle, you're not doing. I'm going to let that from Headies. I'm going to let that from Headies. Steady, 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 steady. Thank you.